Hello everyone, it's Shane Kanto, your Wasteland reviewer, and I'm here to review Season 1 of Lucky Hank. And this show is created by Paul Lieberstein, who was Toby and one of the main writers on The Office. And this AMC Plus original series is starring Bob Odenkirk as William Henry Devereaux, who is the chair of the English department at a small college, and he gets into a lot of conflict with his students, one particular one who thinks he's all that. Hank seems to think differently about that case, and he also has a lot of conflict within his own department, including quite a few of the staff from Cedric Yarborough's Paul Rourke to Susan Cryer's Gracie Dubois, who is a big poet, and everybody in between. You have Hank dealing with his own marital issues with Muriel Enos's Lily. He has some contention with his daughter. He has a lot of daddy issues that he needs to process and confront his father. And he has his friend Tony, played by Dietrich Bader. And he has this interesting dynamic with a young adjunct who also is a bartender, and there's a lot of moving pieces to this story, along with the fact that their college wants to make big cuts to the faculty, and Hank is an absentee chair who doesn't really want to take responsibility and has to confront all these things. This series is packed full of drama and packed full of laughs. This is a very funny series, and I think Bob Odenkirk's delivering such a fantastic performance with his glorious beard. And Enos is also giving a fantastic performance. And she has all these aspirations that are out beyond this life that she has with her husband. She wants to go back to New York City. And throughout this season, you just get so frustrated with Hank not committing to his marriage and trying to be there and be present. And that dynamic is so toxic, but so engaging. You have his dynamic with his fellow faculty, to the point where they try to vote him out within the first episode, and something quite fascinating happens in return, which just kind of captures the whole bureaucracy of higher education perfectly. I work in higher education. This is so on point and just really gets it. You have so much drama layered in. You have a lot of complexity that goes into Hank's character, from his feeling of inferiority because of his lack of work and the fact that he works at this middling college, and the fact that he's always going to be in the shadow of his father who abandoned him. And you get to points where he gets to confront some of these people in his life while completely just ignoring those who he should really be focusing his energy. The cast across the board is fantastic. Bader is a great standout here. Enos is a great standout. And everyone in between just delivering really impressive performances and really living these characters. And there's a lot of fun characters to enjoy. This series takes us on a journey leading up to some final moments where you finalize and solidify some major professional aspects of Hank's life and his confronting of his father, but leaves so many complicated feelings with him and his wife. And this series sets up a second season so perfectly, with so much potential to see where things go. At one moment, you're really hoping that he can figure things out with his wife, and other moments where you're just yelling at Hank at the screen because he's acting like such an ass. And everywhere in between, this is an engaging and funny and emotional series that tackles heavy issues in terms of just this deteriorating marriage, to adultery, to suicide, and all kinds of heavy topics, and does it in a really well done and sensitive kind of way, and in an engaging and interesting way that adds layers to this series. But this is definitely one of my favorite new shows, and I really hope this gets a second season and we can keep seeing what's going to happen to Hank. But those are my thoughts on Lucky Hank Season 1. Let me know what you think and let's talk some TV. But thank you as always for tuning in and supporting your Wasteland reviewer.